Good morning everybody, and welcome back to Video Diary on the Farm. A bit dull on Monday morning. We talk of us getting a bit of rain maybe later on in the week, but, which will be greatly appreciated, but I don't know if it's a bit too little, too late, because the crops are suffering now. We've got some wheat what's starting to split out into here because of the stress and that it's under, but yeah. Right, this week we're grading tracks on this video. We've got the track grading. We're having to get ready for harvest to make all them nice and smooth. Of course, you've seen the background, spraying's continuing, and yeah, we're still fairly busy, but I hope you make it through to the end, and we'll see you later. Oh, we're just out loading spring barley again, getting down it. Quite a few lorries going this week. Need to be getting down it. Harvest is coming. Not a lot of breeze on today. The windmills are turning. Nice still day for spraying. This is a track used by the motorbikes down the side of the field. Like Cleethorpes Beach, I know, but yeah. We've actually got a sign up in the distance. Have a look. Well, this is what was in a scheme, but it's about dead now. No one's growing. That's the sign that's been put up. As you see, it's from Tartar Steel, because they actually own all this land down here, all these trees, and this is where the motorbikes come. And that actually in there you can see where that's where the fire was, burnt the bracken, because the young bracken's growing again. But yeah, in these trees there's all motocross mounds and all that. They dig them out, but fair play to Tartar Steel at the minute. They're trying to do something about it, so hopefully they'll get on top of it. They're actually levelling the jumps out. They keep going in with a little digger and levelling them out, so hopefully it'll put them off, but I should say they'll keep coming for a bit yet. Having a bit of a tidy up day. Just loading the trailer up with chemical drums, fertiliser bags, cardboard, and then it's a trip to AgriCycle to get rid of them. We're having a very important job done at the minute. We're having our tracks graded, ready for harvest, because we want them smooth, and all the potholes fill in so the trailers can get along, and yeah, with minimal fuss and bounce. But what we're finding is that since we started leading mushroom compost up them in winter, that's what's made them a lot worse, because you get puddle forming, as you know, and then you go through it with a wheel and then it splashes out, and then it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Well, we didn't have that before we started having mushroom compost and having to lead it down the tracks during winter, but anyway, we're paying the price now, so we're having them graded by Tough Tracks, and yeah, it's going well. He's going to do a good job. Yeah, as you can see, he's been on one pass with this. He's probably got another little one to do. Anyway, we'll catch up with him and see how he's going. But he's got quite a bit of work on some of it, because this was good here and the other's a bit rougher, so we might have to take some stone to fill in some of the holes to help him level it out and make a real good job, like a motorway. Right, we'll just have a look at this setup of Andy's Tough Tracks grader. Yeah, we'll start at the front. Yeah, well, look at this hydraulic compactor on the front, so when he's graded the tracks, he just puts downward pressure on his front linkage, and they're hydraulically driven, compactor plates vibrating, so then it firms it all down. If he even has a fresh stone down, it makes a nice solid roadway. So then the front linkage you can put pressure on, and we'll move on to this special tractor, that Deutsch Warrior, with his road tyres on, his whatever they're called, the Michelin road type bib, 650. Oh, road bibs, that's it. Smart. Yeah, I do like that. Anyway, and then we're onto the grader. This is a cut down motor grader. So this would be where the front axle would be normally, but now it's all been modified like that. So first up, he's got a scarifier on it. If he needs to, which he might do when it's hard like this, he can lower it down and adjust it if he wants to. It's all hydraulically controlled. And look at that, it's off a Volvo grader obviously. And then you've got the main blade, which is you can rotate to any angle that's required, which is really good. Plus, he's got tilt rams on it for adjusting the grade, so he can slope the camber of the road to either the left or right. And then, of course, at the back, this is where the cab would be sat, where them concrete blocks are. So he's got concrete blocks on there, strapped down, give him weight. And he's got another little 3-point linkage there. I don't know what he uses that for, but yeah, something else on the blade. Just have a look round here. Got a hydraulic side shift on it. A ram there, big rams, for side shifting it to the road, so when he's going along, if he don't want to steer, he just shoves it out a bit, take a bit wider, so he can get offset to the road and it slides on that pivot. Also, I haven't seen that ram before. There's a ram there, and that can tilt the pitch of the blade, which makes it roll over or more aggressive or slide on top. But yeah, he's really good. So this setup's available for hire. Tough Tracks. I think he's got a phone number on. We'll have a look round. But yeah, he does our tracks regular, and he's a good chap to deal with. So give him a call if you want some tracks grading. Oh, I ain't got his number on. I thought he had. One of his first jobs that he does when he starts grading a farm track is find where the extremities of the track are, because often soil gets pushed to the sides and then it gets grass in it, and you can soon lose a foot or so of track under grass and soil. So he goes and fetches off the edges of the track to reset it back to how it was originally, and he's doing that, as you can see. And then he's pulling soil, he's doing the grading some of the track, and it goes to the middle and covers any low spots. Then he'll turn around and do the other side, and he'll pull it back again into the middle and cover any more low spots, and be doing that once or twice. That's how he gets his tracks level. And yeah, and then if you want to put any grades on or cambers around the bends, he can do that very easily with his grader with the independent hydraulic cylinders. So it's a really good setup, and yeah, as I said before, it does a cracking job. some of the tracks, they had some really low spots in them and need building up. Unfortunately, we did have a good supply of tarmac planings and crushed concrete, which you can see here we're loading into the trailers and taking up to where it's grading or where it's needed to get it spread thinly, and then let him level it out finally with his grader. You might be thinking that bucket is a real small one, but it is a special rehandling bucket for stone or soil, and you do get a lot in it, because as you can see, that scoopful there, there'll be well over a ton in that, 1.5 tons of stone. So yeah, if you had a corn bucket on, it would certainly overload it and you won't be able to lift it. So that's why we have that special bucket. Spread the tarmac planings thinly, the same with the concrete. We're tipping the trailer up and just opening the tailgate a few inches to let a bit dribble out. We don't want any big heaps or lumps, so it's just going along with keep opening the tailgate a bit and tipping the trailer up. This way, as you can see, we're getting a small spread, which is ideal. Then Andy comes along with his grader and pulls it out or levels it out. We've laid a few 100 ton of stone down in front of him today, and it's just finishing off. Making a good job there. Feel like the M1 when it's finished. Well, what a cracking job Tough Tracks have made grading these tracks up. Obviously we put some stone down for him to level, but yeah, he's done a cracking job, and it's definitely like the M1 now. Yeah, built the bends up with crushed concrete, so it was getting a bit of a slope inwards, so he's graded all them out. Hopefully water will run off them now, so yeah, top job again. Well, I'm here at Melton, spraying the Springs beans, what we drilled, and they're looking good. No sign of moisture lack at the minute here, even though they could do with a drink. But yeah, they've come well. They're clean, so the pre-emerge sprays worked well. And yeah, I'm just putting a feeder on at the minute, nutrition, giving him a helping hand, all being well. So yeah, bit patchy in that field over there on the hill, that clay cap, where it probably has dried out and establishment wasn't that good. But yeah, here it's going, they're looking well. Well, we've got some movement on the water pipeline, angling water. They are progressing, but they have just made it painful for me. They've split this bean field up, this bean field, as you can see, the majority of the other side, and I'm having to spray a little triangle out like this, and they've done the same in the other field across there. Yeah, so thank you, Angling Water. I hope you get on with it, and we'll get the field back as soon as possible. We're back in the winter barleys, giving them their T2 sprays. Yeah, I'm afraid though, as you can see, fields are uneven. This is due to lack of moisture, lack of rain. Really, it's a shame. I mean, when you look down, it's focusing properly, but it's only just touching the underside of my front axle, and that shows you how short the straw is from lack of rain. It's a shame because the crops was really showing a lot of promise, but I'm afraid it's too late for the winter barleys now anyway to yield well. So the fungicide program has been adjusted accordingly, with yields dropping. They're not getting as much spent on them now as what there was. So yeah, it's a shame, but it's out of our control. We've done everything we can to get a good crop and get it as far as this, but Mother Nature is in control now. Yeah, this is a perfect example here, just near this headland, of lack of moisture. I mean, when you go further up the field, you can see it's thick. Then you get to here, different soil type slightly, and how thin it is. Yeah, very poor crop here. That's all down to the lack of moisture. Yeah, a little patch over there you can see. Yeah, what a shame. Well, that's it for another week's edition of Video Drought on the Farm. As you can see in the background, we've got young Harry here. He's a student on day release from Bishop Burton, and he's doing a few hours with us to get some practical hands-on experience, and he's doing good. He's been a good lad. So yeah, anyway, like I said, that's it for this week's edition. Thank you for watching, very much appreciated. And if you have, remember, hit that like, share and subscribe, and yeah, hopefully we'll see you again next week.